Here with the one and only Kashmir from Let's Get the Business podcast. Make sure you guys tune into him as well. Um, Cash, what's up?
How's it going? How you feeling, Miss Lee? I like the t-shirt.
Thank you, thank you,
Yeah, that's got a nice look to it. That's classy.
thank you. It's one of these, don't mess with me, when I'm watching my cats.
Yeah, it looks
Um,
authentic too. It looks unique. You know what I mean?
Thank you, yes.
Because I've never seen it before.
Dude, I've had this shirt for probably 4 or 5 years. I love this shirt. It's one of my favorite shirts.
I got the
I
big.
was good.
I got the big
I
O.
know.
Okay?
I love me some Oscar. I miss him so much. I wish I was gonna wear the one that says January, February, Kentucky, but I
I'm
didn't. What's up, Larry? How you doing tonight?
BBN
Um,
tracking everybody.
so we got this game tonight.
The LSU Tigers.
Yes.
I must.
LSU.
I must win.
It definitely is. We have to win this game. This is like we don't want people saying the last game was a fluke. You know,
Yeah,
we need to come out there the first 10 minutes and play like we got a purpose.
all that good stuff.
Yeah. What's up, son of a gunner? Yeah, I mean, we can't come out there and play lackluster. We can't come out there and play, and we keep saying this every time. When are we gonna see some fight from start to finish?
There's lineup changes. Um, there's changes just from the past game. I mean, we got Jalen Lowe out. We have a new starting lineup. We got Yelovich in the starting lineup, Cam in the starting lineup. Shout to Cam.
Those two make me really happy, Jelly and Cam.
Right. So
But they're earning it.
Mark Pope is doing his mix up, and the starting lineup's never been the same this season.
No, I think we've had the same starting lineup 2 games in a row.
Maybe,
Maybe once,
maybe, possibly.
if we're lucky.
But with LSU, I don't know a huge amount about LSU. I do know that they don't have a top 100 win all season. I think their best win is maybe SMU. I want to say they played Texas Tech and Texas Tech beat them.
Yep.
So they don't have any like quad one wins or anything. They're 12-4 though, but they're 0-3 in the SEC. And they were without their superstar, their star player. I would say their best player, which is Deion Thomas.
Yeah, he's not playing, which does give us a little bit of a, that that kind of helps us out,
Yeah.
giving us a little bit of an edge there. I mean, I hate to see anybody out, but I
I know.
mean,
Like when me and my girl we play fantasy football, like we're studying our team. There's a bunch of injuries in the NFL,
oh yeah.
so we're kind of like, oh, he's hurt, but
But that's a plus for us. I hate to see somebody hurt. But
there's
if
always
it helps us,
yeah, there's always somebody injured in the NFL.
always you can't get through anything without somebody getting injured in the NFL. Um, okay, so just a little bit about Jalen. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about Jalen Lowe. We all know he's gonna have the surgery. We all know that it is for the best. Like it keeps popping in and out. It did it twice in games, once at practice, once was no contact. You know,
Right.
um, I don't. He's right here, William. Um, I don't. I think it's a smart decision because even though it popped out, it didn't tear anything.
Hmm.
But if the ligaments are already that loose where it's popping in and out, the next thing that's going to happen is he's going to end up tearing those ligaments.
Absolutely.
He could have a career-ending injury, and I don't want to see that happen. And at this point, with him only playing 9 games, he is eligible for a red shirt.
Yes, I seen where I believe it was KSR that put the story out, but I think he was
One.
one game away from not being eligible.
Yes. If he had played 10 games,
Yes,
he would not be eligible to redshirt. But um, because he only played 9 games,
yeah.
we do have a chance to get him back. And do I think he would come back to Kentucky? Yes, I do. And the reason being, Kentucky is the team and the coach that has enough faith in him and that took him. And also, we're the ones that are going to help provide that surgery and that rehab. And he saw how well JQ came back using the facilities and the trainers and the doctors and the staff that we have. I think that will play a role in his decision.
I believe he'll come back for. I believe he made a quote, but I don't want to count that 100%. But yeah, absolutely, the best. This is the best decision for both sides. For him personally, career wise, I believe, long term, and also for the squad. It just gives the squad a new breath of fresh air and a certainty. Like, okay, this is what we're facing now. Because it's been like I said, there's been so much changes and ups and downs in the lineup and the chemistry and the rhythm and the flow and the offense changes. I want to say almost completely when he's in there, because you do have a ball dominant true point guard that has court vision that takes the ball gets it in the lane and penetrates often and has that vision to kick it out, has the interior passing. He's a true point guard, and when he's not
Right.
in, we don't have that. It's not the same thing. We have to move the ball around a lot more, which we should be moving the ball anyway. But um, last game we
Mhm.
did a really good job of getting the ball, moving it around. 24 assists. That is a good sign. So
That is it.
I want to say strategically, Pope and staff. I want to say they probably prepared a little bit. Uh, for this moment. I'm sure they were looking and like, okay, they knew the regulations. They knew we only had 10 games. They were probably aware of the fact that they needed to make a decision. And when he came out last game, that kind of was the deciding factor.
Well, when after he got injured and he came back, Pope talked about that. And he said, when they were deciding after the last time whether he was going to have surgery or come back and play, stay and play.
Yeah,
And they probably discussed that. They probably said, hey, look, from this point, we've got 9 games to make a decision.
yeah,
If they decided to go ahead and do it, we've got up to 9 games to make this decision. So, Jalen probably said, I want to play. And they said, okay, we'll see how it goes. We get to this point, we need to decide what we need to do.
yeah.
And
Kids always want to play. Trust me.
oh, yeah. But when you have to look at it as,
Yeah,
do you want to take a chance on ending a career
right.
as opposed to do what's best for you, have the surgery, get back in shape, come back? It's a 6-month process. By next summer, he would be good to go. Or next year. It's this year. This is January. You know what I meant. By July, he would be ready to go rather than getting 2 months into the season still doing rehab.
Right. And I know rehab sucks for these kids. They just want to get out there and play.
I mean, you could see it on JQ's face the whole
Both,
time when he wasn't out there playing.
both of them. So
Um,
yeah. But shout out to both of those kids and hopefully speedy recoveries for both of them. And hopefully
oh,
they
for sure.
to where they can see the longevity and the fruits of their labor as far as all the work that they put in as a player. I mean, it starts as a kid, and here you are at career deciding moments where injuries are playing a major part. So shout out to
Right.
yeah.
William, how do we feel about Pope? To be honest, I still love Pope. I think that he's been dealt some really crappy hands. To be just starting out as a coach and, your second year, your team is plagued with injuries. I think that he's been dealt a really crappy hand.
Well, both seasons really. Those injuries.
Yeah, but last year he didn't have the injury, like these kind of injuries. And he didn't have guys that did not get to um like even start. You know what I mean? Like we didn't have anybody that was hurt coming in to begin with. We had the whole team until they started getting hurt. This time we didn't have that. We were already missing JQ,
True.
so we've never had the full team without injuries to play even one game.
No, I think
So I think that he'll get it. Carl, that's great. Enjoy the game. Angel, thank you very much. But I believe that Pope is going to do okay. Not every coach can walk in and pick up a team that you have to build from scratch and do well the first year. Not everybody makes a tournament. We did. So, and Pope loves Kentucky. Like, I think it would just totally break his heart to be let go from the one place that means the most to him. But I do,
yeah, it
even
was definitely
putting that
shattering.
aside,
I
right?
agree.
Even putting that aside, 2 years is not enough with the hands that he's been dealt.
Well, he'll get more than 2 years.
I know, but
the pressure, is he in the boiler?
yeah.
And the pressure cooker is definitely on. And
But
the thing about it nowadays is these fans, they start doing comparisons. So here comes the Gillespie comparison. Here comes they measure all these different elements, right? What they're measuring with Mark Pope, and like you said, sadly but surely, this what they're measuring is we have a similar record as Billy Gillespie, which who comes in and gets like even Patino didn't come in and get success right off the bat, right? But we're measuring these. So Mark Pope has never been a legendary coach,
right,
like some of our coaches from the past. So
right.
not only did he step into a big situation, people's calling him a security hire and all that, but he's still having to prove himself. Am I a legendary coach, and will I become that? So I think that's what people are waiting on. And this season, when you measure, people are looking at the 22 million, this or that, and the third. They're measuring different things. And I think the 22 is one thing that they're measuring, the roster assembled. But the season's not over yet. That's all I got to
It's
say.
not.
Season's not over
It's
yet.
not. You were talking about, no coach comes in and gets. I can think of one coach that came in and was kind of handed a championship team, and that was Tubby. But Rick Pitino had built that team basically, or a lot of it, to hand to him. But again, we're comparing Pope to, Tubby had more head coaching jobs.
Yeah,
Not he had more
right.
experience.
Tubby had more head coach experience.
Than what he had. So I do feel like it's gonna be okay. You can't judge a career on the first 2 years, especially when you've been handed crap. You've been handed injuries. I'm not saying the players are crap. I mean, like the injuries,
The
just
scenarios,
back to back.
the scenario's a little shaky.
Yeah, it is. It is. But there's not anything that we can do to change it. Pope isn't the one out there on the floor playing the game. The players are. So Pope can make all the changes he wants and he can do everything he wants. If the guys aren't out there producing and performing,
Let me ask you this, Lee. Next year, if we're in the same situation, how do you feel about it?
if we're in this exact same situation with injuries
No, I mean like as
or
far,
just not winning.
yeah, just underachieving.
Okay. If we are completely healthy and we're underachieving, then I see it as potential problem. There's a breakdown somewhere. Either the guys that are playing just don't care enough to be playing for Kentucky and they're not giving it everything they've got, or there are bad decisions being made. That's the way I feel about it. If we're healthy, But if he walks in and we have another year like this where, 3 of the guys are injured, like it was for the first year and the second year, then it's understandable. I had a Louisville fan tell me the other
Nothing.
day.
Listen, Miss Lee. Nothing is understandable with this fan base.
Okay, maybe that's the wrong word to use.
Yeah,
but I had a Louisville fan come up to me the other day and tell me that he said, "Look, I'm a Louisville fan," because I had a Kentucky shirt on. He said, "Look, I'm a Louisville fan," but he said, he said, "I feel sorry for you guys." He goes, "Not in a bad way." He goes, I'm being honest." He said, "It's really bad that you have a team that could have had, should have been a great gelling team and a superstar team, but plagued by injuries." He said, "Every year, Kentucky is doomed by injuries." And if you look back, we've always got somebody that's hurt.
I mean, yeah, 2 years. I feel like when you deal with multiple injuries, I feel like that just adds a different layer. Because, like, Louisville's missing Mikael Brown Jr. right now. He's been out
Yeah.
7 games, I believe, 7 or 8 games, and that's big. He's the starting point guard. He's the one that stares the tee. And I just hope they can turn it around somehow. I mean, we've seen magical moments. We've seen magical seasons in Kentucky history. We've seen this. We've seen miracles. We played LSU, right? The 31-point down 31 with 15 ticks to go. Biggest comeback in college basketball history. Kentucky on the road.
Waiting for that. I think as fans, as a fan base, we're waiting for that.
Yeah.
We're waiting for that moment.
That one shining moment. And I mean, the pieces are right there in place for things like that to move. Jasper, can you step it up? It looks like he's not starting. We're going to start Denzel Aberdeen at the point. But I'm sure he'll be in the mix pretty soon, and he'll get a lot more playing time. And it'll be a good opportunity for a young kid from UK that can ball. He can hoop. He's got a lot of abilities, a great shooter, great catch shooter. He's got a step back, a new age step back that's nasty. But can he get in his bag and get comfortable and start helping this team out the way? And especially on the defensive end.
But if you look at the team as a whole, out of everybody on the team, I really do believe that out of anybody there, Jasper Johnson is the one to train and transition into a point guard. I think because of his basketball knowledge and he's really intelligent. Like he's good at looking for open lanes. I think that he would be a good one to transition into a point guard.
Well, he has the ability. He's definitely got the talent. He's got the ability. I believe in the kid. I don't know why people. It's just he's a different style of play right now. He's more of a 2 guard. But we have kids that can get the ball to the lane and make decisions. Like Otega, he's been getting to the cup. Like he knows that. Like aggressive.
He has stepped up.
Yeah, he's been very sure of himself. And can he be that better passer that we need? We don't know yet. But he has been stepping it up, and he's been playing his role. And I feel like it's just time for some of these other kids to fulfill the gaps a little bit more.
Right. The spacing has got to get better on the floor. Our spacing is off when they're running into each other and, kind of getting a deer in the headlight look here and there. Our spacing definitely needs some help. Chandler showed great improvement in the last couple of games.
He did. A few players. I want to brag on
Jelly.
I want to brag on Jelly. I want to brag on Brandon Garrison. He even came in.
Williams.
Nice.
Yeah, Brandon came in and did really well.
Nice spark. So some people complain about Pope having these different rotations, but he's trying to. I feel like every game is different. I feel like you need reinforcements for different pieces, and that's what he does. He looks, he observes, he throws out, he comes back in. Now, I would like to see them get in the groove a little bit more, but one game I seen when Malachi Marino started going like this. I mean, what does that mean, Ms. Lee? if I'm running down, if I'm on the track and field and I'm rolling and I'm like, hey, coach, that means he's winded.
Yeah, I know. I don't have a feeling that being on the road tonight, I'm hoping, gives us some kind of extra spark or extra energy because, yes, we're coming off the win at Rupp. That's amazing. That was wonderful. But now we're on the road again. And I know it's LSU. However, we need this win tonight. We need a road win. We've got to start winning so they can get a sense of, playing over over 3/4 of the crowd is not from your school. Get used to that. Get
Yeah.
over that the other fan base and it being a hard place to play and win. We need this tonight.
Oh yeah. I mean, those cards are already on the table. We have to come in here, handle business. Definitely taking a game at a time, but it's a must win. It's a crucial time. It's crunch time, baby.
Right.
Yeah.
Dorman's asking about Trent Noah. Trent's ankle's been bothering him, I believe. I
So,
believe that's what.
from my understanding, yes. I feel like he looked over there at Mark Pope last game and kind of gave him a head signal or whatever and told him that he was shooken up a little bit.
Yeah, like this ain't working,
Right.
or something, to take him out. So maybe he's better for this game. Maybe him coming in the game might be a spark to light something. But I'm going to tell you, I'm just ready for Cam Williams to pull a Kobe Brea,
Right.
like he did the other night. Like, nail him. He is due. He's ready. He's starting to really get his focus where it needs to be.
Mm-hmm. He locked in.
And he is. He
He's
is.
locked in. I want to say he's still mainly a jump shooter and doesn't penetrate the ball as well. But I want to see that part of him come out because that really opens up so many opportunities if he can start doing that. If he can start getting to the cup too as well, when the three isn't open,
Yeah.
then he could really create opportunities for our team. And I want to see him at the free throw line.
Yeah, and he is good at the free throw line. He can hit his free throws, and that's important.
Right.
And it's like we were talking, you get something, you lose something. Like
Yeah,
Odega, what happened to his free throw shooting?
we have
Like
that type of squad.
we
When you
do.
put
If you
when you
send in
put
a guy that's great at defense, you lose somebody getting offensive rebounds, or it's like give
yeah,
and take. It's like, can't we just have it all?
yeah. You mentioned Trent. When you put him in, he's a great spot up shooter when he catches fire. But we haven't seen that side of him lately. And I think when you put him in, we give up a little bit of athleticism.
Yeah,
SEC's athletic. Let's
it
just be.
is.
They got some kids out here that can really jump and can really run. And I'm not saying Trent can't do that, but I feel like on the defensive end, it's a challenge for him. But I do want to see him get in there and just get comfortable, get open, and spot that tray open. Bang him. I want to see him just start splashing them like Cameron Mills was. That's what I want to see. I
I
want
do
to see.
too. Oh yeah, that would be sweet. And we've been doing so great on assists, and we've been scoring in the paint. We've been making a lot of points in the paint. Our points in the paint have actually been doing better than in
We need
our
to
games
stop.
if you look at it.
We need to
And
stop scoring in the paint, Ms. Lee. They get some easy buckets in there.
but
But
if you don't want to touch the paint, a message from our sponsor. Message or call Color Creators at 859-270-9488 for any and all of your painting, staining, and pressure washing needs. Let them take the paint out of painting. If you don't want to touch the paint, Color Creators will. Give Chris a call and get your free estimate. 859-270-9488.
call now. Get your free estimate.
Yes.
Shout
But
out to Chris.
yeah, I believe that it's all there for us. I believe that
We got to win. Got to protect the rim. we gotta get 50-50 balls. We gotta get gritty.
We do. We need grit. We need to play some physical ball. Like, and I know we say this every game from start to finish. Not wait till we're 10, 12 points down and try to start coming back. Because then I think the plays and the focus is all discombobulated. Because you've got like you come in and you're focused, okay? But you're not doing so great. And all of a sudden you're down by 12. Now your brain's thinking, oh my gosh, I need to make this and we got to catch up, blah, blah, blah. Not, we need to keep this going. We need to keep it changes.
This makes it tougher.
It flips a switch. And we can't do that. We literally have to come in and play 40 minutes of ball.
Yeah, you don't want to be playing behind every game.
Yeah.
Even though we're known to be the comeback cats, you don't want to be playing them. Like that Missouri game, it was like Otega Owe was locked in.
Yeah, he was.
But
He was.
But by the time the end of the game, I feel like he got a little bit gassed, a little bit winded, and when it was time to make that last play, kind of those last few plays on those possessions, kind of came up a little short and was down on himself. But for the simple fact that it's the team sport, that's why he shouldn't get down on himself. And
right,
win as a team, lose as a team. But you're right. You put so much pressure on yourself coming back into the game, it just makes it stressful.
it does. So, what do you think of this question from 421? Will Kentucky win the SEC title this year, and will Pope win a natty in his third season like Cal did?
Will they win the SEC title this year? No.
Yeah, no. Do you think they'll win a championship next year?
That's always possible. That's next year.
Yeah. It's too early to tell because we don't know what players we're gonna have.
Yeah, we don't.
Like we don't even know our team.
Right, but I'm always optimistic about certain things. But no, SEC, I don't see it. I don't see an SEC crown this year, and I know it's disappointing, but
That's just the truth. It's
proof
just
is definitely in the pudding that we're not there yet.
If we share the ball and not dribble the air out of it and pass and drive, we can beat anybody. True. And what was I saying to you earlier, Cash, about we dribble too much, it gives an opportunity for a turnover. Like, don't dribble so much. The 24 assists was a big improvement on the dribbling too much. If I'd like to see us get 20 plus assists a game.
Well, people wonder why Yelovich is starting, and I think that's a no-brainer. For one, I seen how Mo Diabate played last game. The ball was sticking, and nothing against him, but we need the ball to stay in rotation, and that's where we're best
at. Yeah, fact.
Especially with point guard, and especially
right?
if you hit 8, 9, 10 threes a game, which I feel like that's what we need to win. We need at least 7 or 8 to win the ball game. If we win 4, we're gonna lose. So we definitely need to keep the ball rotating. Like I said, I go back to Owe. He's been moving better without the ball too. When he's coming around these flash screens, and he's cutting to the goal, and other players are too. But we need more of that. We need more cutting to the basket, more backdoor cuts, more rotation of the ball movement, kind of like how we did last game. And I don't like to see the ball stick. Because
I mean,
we're not good when it gets low in the shot clock. We're not one of those teams.
Right.
When it gets down to 5, we get into panic mode, and we usually don't make a good decision.
No, we don't. But then again, if you've watched a lot of our games, the 7-minute mark is where we just turn and burn, like we kick it into gear and we keep going. Unfortunately, the Missouri game didn't turn out like that. We should have kept the gas down instead of letting up. And we've got to start playing down to our opponents. If our opponent is unranked or they don't have the same, what's that word?
I'm still looking for identity. I'm still looking.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's part of what I'm talking about. Like their record. Okay, that's the word I was looking for. So say somebody has a worse record and they haven't beat anybody, and you play Don't play down to them. You know, find your identity and play consistently that identity every game. Don't play to the other team.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the facts. Here's the real deal, Ms. Lee. At first, we're looking like, can we beat a ranked opponent, right? Obviously, we can't right now. So we take it to the next level. Can we make the tournament? This is where we're at. And
Yeah.
the ball's not all, the air's not all the way deflated out of the tire. I mean, we're still rolling down the highway.
Right.
But the leak is there. We
It's
need a little fixer flat.
it's a little bald on one side, man. I mean,
Yeah.
you got
We
some
need,
belts showing.
yeah, something. I mean, we're wobbling a little bit down the interstate. So
Probably need an alignment.
maybe a little alignment switch. Maybe a little oil in there too.
Could be. But
So
the pieces are there. But I think the Big Blue Nation is just tired of waiting to see all the pieces fit together. Because, like we talked about, we maybe have had the same lineup 2 games in a row once.
I give
Like
them
they
that.
just want to see consistency.
Yeah, I give them that.
Find what works and stick with it.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't agree with them booing in Rupp.
Oh, no.
I mean,
No, but I know Coach Pope said it was okay,
right.
but it's never okay. That is your team. That is their home. If you cooked a bad Thanksgiving dinner, would you want everybody to stand in your kitchen and boo you?
Right. Especially when I mean, I feel like there's still hope in the season. And I don't think booing is going to help the confidence of the team as they're getting thrashed.
Right.
If you're
It's
already
not.
if you're already on fire, is it going to help for you to go over there and throw some wood on it? I mean, I don't believe so.
I don't think so either. I mean, why would you pour salt in a wound? If and that can go one of two ways. Either it can make the team say, you know what, we suck right now. We need to get better.
Yeah.
Or it can make them all get in their own heads and get so down on themselves that they do worse because they can't get locked in and focused.
Right.
So, regardless, if you love this team
Wow. Yeah.
and you love Kentucky as much as you say you do not boo this team.
Right. I mean,
get out there and play it if you think you can do better. There's a lot of pressure there.
Yeah. When's the last time you shot a jump shot? Or not, or better than that, if you want to boo at home. Why did you come to the game? Why did you pull up get a ticket, park over at Rupp, walk up the Rupp? Because when I come to Rupp, usually I park a little bit away from Rupp and then I walk up. Why did you put all that effort in?
Dude,
come on, boo at home.
Why would you pay that kind of money and take the time? Yeah, boo at home. I would rather see all the little blue-haired ladies knitting at that game and not getting up and cheering than to have somebody boo. Because at least it's a presence there that's not dissing the team. You never boo your players or your team, especially in their own house.
Right.
And how does that look to recruits? We had recruits
at
that game. How does that look to recruits if the Big Blue Nation, which is this huge fan base, isn't standing behind the team?
Yeah.
Or they're giving on the team. What they want to see are cheers. What they want to see, you may not be happy we lost. I cried leaving when we lost to Missouri. You may not be happy, but don't boo these teams, especially when we've got recruits there, especially when these are young guys. These are not grown men.
And
these are young guys.
Yeah, and we want other people to come to the game. That's not going to want anyone else to grab a ticket and go to Rupp.
Right.
Right.
If you're going to boo, stay home and let somebody go that will support the team, good or bad. Because if you're booing the team, I'm sorry, but I don't feel like, yes, there are issues. But if you boo the team, I don't feel like you're a true fan.
And then you're there for a different reason, I feel like. And then when you look at Pope, because everybody wants attention nowadays. They're like, oh, look,
Yeah.
yeah. It's ridiculous. But and then when you look at Pope's face, why would you want to boo that man? I mean, when he gets that distraught look on his face when things aren't going well,
Yeah.
how could you, kick that horse while it's down? Yeah.
It's wrong. And if you've got season tickets and you want to go boo, give your ticket to somebody else. Sell it. I don't care what you do with it. Just because you're paying money, more money than the person sitting by, I'm gonna tell you what, the person sitting in that lower section that wants to boo, there's somebody up in the 200s that would gladly trade you places. Gladly.
Yeah. And they can do
It's just
a little better with energy too. I mean, whenever something's not, they tend to only cheer whenever something successful only happens in the gymnasium. And I'm just being nitpicky now, but I want to
no,
see
you're right.
church up, like just turn up like other arenas do.
It's so quiet. But why is it takes a 3/4 court shot to get anybody to cheer?
Exactly. That's
Like,
what I'm saying.
why does it take? We're all sitting there like we're watching a tennis match or watching paint dry until somebody makes a dunk. And then it's like, yeah, for you 2 minutes ago when they made that steal or something else happened. Where were you? Why
Just
is it so
energy.
quiet? I mean, understand that we are down. I understand the fan base being upset. I understand them being worried. But at the same time, why are we not? We're supposed to be the sixth man. The Big Blue Nation is supposed to be the sixth man. Why do we expect the guys to have that kind of energy on the floor when we don't have it from start to finish? That's
Right.
hypocritical.
Right. I agree. That's my pout of the evening. Turn up, Rupp Arena. Hell, you got the ice cream. You got everything. Everything's there for you.
I mean, come on, be happy. You're there to watch these guys play ball. You
And
pay
you're at
for a reason.
one of the greatest, like Pat Riley said the other day, one of the greatest programs that's ever happened. You're a part of one of the greatest situations ever assembled on this planet Earth. Kentucky basketball. Because this goes international. This goes in other countries. Worldwide, there are UK basketball fans. I promise you.
Yep.
Ashley Judd, and then you got everybody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But we
But
need that. We need that back.
what
And
I
I
would like,
don't.
what I would like to see, I like to see that student section right there in mid court.
Right. Okay, Dougie says, y'all don't get the big picture. How can you cheer if the team doesn't care about playing? No passion, no heart. It's hard to cheer for a team that don't care. I don't know that it's all about them not caring. I understand some of them seem a little unfocused and not locked in. But when you're changing, here we go with the whole when you're changing the lineup so much and guys are only in there for a minute and a half, they start getting hot, they start getting warmed up, they start getting into it, and then you're pulled out of the game. And then you come back in 6 minutes later, you've been in there for a minute, minute and a half, you start doing good, you're pulled out of the game. I mean, how can you get into a rhythm?
Plus, we don't
And
know
and
always.
when
We're not always aware of the effort level. Like
right, we don't know. I just feel like they're getting too hard of a time over they're not into it, they don't want to win. I think that's being like
that's
overused.
that's a general statement. Like I don't agree with that. Honestly,
Right.
I think they want to win.
And they do, but they have to find once again their identity.
When you're not winning, it always looks like you don't want to win.
Right. Exactly. I mean,
I mean,
but
as soon as you catch the W, I mean that changes a lot as far as people's perceptions.
yeah, I don't Mm.
Hey,
421 wants to know if we think that UConn will take over our place in winning the most natty.
I'll give it up to UConn. They've been on a winning streak these last, was it 5 years?
Yeah, they have.
They've been picking it up. And
But they,
honestly, I like some old UConn players. I like Richard Hamilton. I like when he went to UConn. But as far as taking the place, I think legacy is set in stone, right? I don't think anyone can take the place of tradition and history and great legacy and all those things. But I
right,
would call them a great program alongside of us.
right.
They have had some years of excellence, so I can't deny that. And even the Calhoun era was pretty wild.
Yes. Yes, it
He was
was.
he was a
It
good coach.
was. He was a good coach. I mean,
Really
you
good
can't
coach.
deny that. And but then again, it's someone who was already an established head coach,
Oh,
and
he's
he took.
legendary. Yeah,
But that's like Pope was not in one of the
wasn't
stronger conferences as a head coach before he
wasn't he?
came
So
here.
so I feel like he's still in a learning situation. I feel like here's the thing. Some adults want to act like they have it all figured out. They don't. It's the same thing with sports. It's the same thing. Pope is still learning along with the players.
Yep.
So the season's not over. Um, I just This is an identity game again. I just hope we pick it up and we turn the corner, man. Turn the curve.
Right. And I'm not, I'm not accepting the fact that we're not playing well. I'm upset as a fan from what
I
I
hate it.
have seen. I
I hate
don't
it.
like it at all. It's not acceptable as a fan, but I don't have to boo the team to express the fact that I'm disappointed in what has happened so far. I don't have to boo them. I can keep it in my home. I can put it on here. I can say what I feel, but I don't have to do it in front of 20 other thousand people and on national television when we got recruits sitting there and everything. You know what
I
I
think
mean?
some of that. Yeah, I think some of that was at was at Budweiser talking to Miss Lee.
Yeah, it could have been. It could have been. It could have
They
been
was
there.
mixing the
There.
Budweiser with ice cream, and they was just like, you know what I
But
mean?
I did have
But
some ice cream the other night. I will say a week ago, I did have ice cream.
did you?
It was
Yeah,
delicious.
it's hard not to do it. It's hard not to
It was
submit
before
to
the
the ice.
game. It was delicious.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, my doggy's laying here in his jammies.
So yeah, I got to shout out Jimmy Jam's prediction. He predicts that the Wildcats will take this victory over LSU 77-70. In the words of Jimmy Jam. My
Okay,
predictions
70.
73. You got one?
You said 81-73?
81-73.
Okay. I'm gonna go with
Cats. Of course, Cats.
yeah. I'm gonna go with
Word.
91
Okay.
to 80
Cats.
cats. I know that's probably really high. Okay, everybody, what about your predictions? What are your predictions for tonight?
D-S. I always do the S backwards, so. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It depends on which way we're looking. Um, yeah, I mean, yes, I understand fans are entitled to boo. I just think that booing. I just think that we need to
Does,
make sure they
does
know
it
we
help?
still support them.
Yeah, does booing help?
I don't think so. Look, Peanuts got us 85-64. Peanuts probably more realistic. I don't know why I'm going 90s and 80s. That's probably more realistic. Dougie says 82-73. KFC says UK 85-61. That's probably very realistic.
Yeah,
I'm way
81.
too high. I'm gonna change mine. I'm gonna go 83-67. How's that? 83-67. I'd
Predictions
like
are
to see us.
hilarious.
I'd like to see us hit 90. Beekeeper Steve says we're gonna get down by 20 and lose by 2 or 3.
Who says that?
Beekeeper Steve.
Why do you feel that way?
Why do you feel like we're gonna? I mean, it's LSU, but we've been doing that. We've been getting down by 20, but I
I
think
mean,
we're
it's a must
changing. I
win.
think it's getting better.
Must win. I'm right there with you. And we got to get this one now.
Yeah, we
Kentucky
got
has to.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want anybody to loaf tonight. I want everybody to play the best game they've got.
Can we have a good shooting night? Can we protect the rim?
Yes, yes. Can we get 24 assists again? I mean, I'm loving that stat, y'all. That is like my favorite stat recently is the fact that we got 24 assists. That
That is a
that
good
to me is
sign.
such a change.
That's an uphill sign.
It is. That's a definite improvement. Okay, Travis says
So we got.
84-69.
So there are good signs. We have our best player playing the best basketball he's played all season,
Yeah, we
and
do.
Ortega over.
Ortega is on it. Cam Williams, I think, is going to do good tonight. Okay, MVPs, guys. We got 13 minutes until game time. So, who are you picking for your MVP for tonight? 87-79 Kentucky win, baby. Oh, yeah, bring us back. So, who you got, Cash, for MVP?
Whoa. I got Ortega Owe again. I think he keeps this hot streak up. I think he gets to the cup. I think he scores 9 or 11 in the first half, and I think he ends up with 20 something, and we come out with the W.
Okay. I'm thinking our MVP is going to be it's going to be Colin Chandler tonight. I want to say Cam Williams because I think Cam's going to get on it, but we are away. So I'm going to go with Colin Chandler.
Let's go, Colin. Let's step it up again. Let's.
Underdog Cam. We got a lot of people picking Cam. See, I love Cam. And you know I love Cam and I love Jelly. I'd like to see Jelly come in there and do some serious, defense. Because I
I
think
say
that's where
I say Ortega gives us 20 again.
do you think?
I do,
Okay.
and I believe we come out with the victory.
I do too.
Whoa!
C-A-T-S, cats. I'm
Yeah.
excited. Dougie says, please don't play Chandler. I think Chandler's coming into it. I think it's going to be great. Thank you, Big Mike. We appreciate you so much.
Shout-
Everybody, we got 11 minutes, so I'm going to say thank you, Kashmir, for being here with me.
Yeah.
We'll figure out what's going on for the post game. I don't know if Mike's doing it or what's going on, but we'll figure that out for afterwards. Everybody, we love you guys. Thank you so much for being here with us. Go get your drinks, take your pets out, get your snacks, go to the bathroom, do whatever you've got to do, and let's get this win. And we'll see you for the post game.
Go Big Blue.
Go Cats.
Well, got to bring Big O back. Hey.
Yes. Be nice to have him. Y'all take care. We'll see you after the game.